let's check out what's going on here on a Friday. The owner decided he wanted to put a visor on this 58. So Chris and I yesterday had to get Chris to give me a hand here because I just can't reach. We put this visor on here, we're just sort of fitting it. Obviously Sean's going to have to get up there and tidy a few things up, but the visor looks good, kind of finishes the truck off actually. It's going to be a beautiful truck when it's done, this one. Not that I'm bragging, I just, originally when it came in I thought he was just kind of building like just a big old hauler that, you know, he wasn't too fussy on, but the more and more he keeps adding stuff, AC and visor. So the visor came out of LMC, if anyone's wondering. Some people have asked me, where do you get the heater unit, Rick? The heater unit is Vintage Air. It's a complete heater, defrost, you name it. AC unit, 4 vents. It's got all the, I don't know if you can see over there, it's got all the switches. It's got everything, but it is a pricey unit. So anyway, Sean's going to work his magic up there on that visor at some point. And then we just got to block down the hood, the fenders, the doors a little bit more. And yeah, I would think another week and this bad boy's going to be taken off for paint. The Carmagia, the poor little Carmagia. But you remember it was all rotten. They do not make this patch. So you got to make a patch. They make this patch. They don't make this patch. This thing is almost there. I got to finish off that bit of welding there. Then a little bit right there, as you see. And then we'll come around to the front. And we still got to do the bottom here, but we got to dig all this out. And that's it. My God. Now don't forget, the hood, the deck lid, and the doors are all been body worked, and they're in the first stage of body work. So thank God for that. So it's just the body itself you see. But there's still, I mean, oh, this car was just never ending. But it's going to be a good, solid car. So that's what's going on there. Now we'll work our way around. The Pro Street truck, the 72. Chris and I fitted the hood. Oh my God, that took forever. We had this hood on once before. Then we went to put it on this time. And for some reason, it just decided it was going to be a nightmare. It just was a nightmare. I don't know what it is, but that's how parts are. People never get that sometimes. You can put something together one day and take it apart when it comes to body panels and mark it, you know, label it, do whatever you want, and go to put it on the next day, and the bloody thing just doesn't want to go where it wants to, where it was the following day. But we got it. You can see we got some nice lines and gaps there. It's all lining up. It's looking awesome. We're happy. Of course, it's got to come back off. This truck is getting close. Next week, we're going to be putting the box on, getting some fuel lines around, and I believe we're going to be firing this bad boy up. You're going to get to hear it run. So we're kind of in the process of doing all that. Now, see what's going on here. The Mustang. Okay, so you guys saw a video where I cut everything out. I didn't do another really a video on this one, what I was doing, because there was no point, but I did get this piece welded in, or at least I'm welding it in right now. You can see I still got all the holes all the way down the side, but that'll be done, finished. I'll have that finished up here on this Friday morning. And then it's just the inner wheel tub's got to go in. And the gentleman is coming by today, and he's going to be bringing me the outer wheel tubs, and then we're going to be doing quarter panels on this car. We'll be doing the outer wheel tubs and quarter panels, so I'll throw a few videos up there on that. So there we go. Camaro, I picked up parts for it yesterday. Yes, I did. There they are in the bags right there. So I grabbed some parts, so we're going to be starting back on that again. And Alicia's little 72. I know, some people were commenting, they were like, what is that going on? Is that how you're holding the front of the car up? No, they had all the lines, cables, and stuff under the hood. They didn't want to pull it all apart. Like I say, this is our first car. They are not building a show car, even though it looks like it probably is going to be a show car. But all this stuff was in there. They didn't want to take it out, so this is the idea, was to hang it up from this pole to get it out of the way. So we got all sprayed in here. Now they're going to be covering a lot of this with carpeting. Actually, the only part that's going to show is from here, along in there. They're covering the rest all up. But we sprayed it all. That's what we do here. This is a nightmare and a bitch to spray in here, but we did it. But we sprayed it all, so it's just got good coverage. If it ever gets damp or wet, it's nice to know you got paint on there, right down to every little nut and bolt that we took off it. We sprayed. The dash we sprayed. Now, I was talking about priming, and I forgot to mention this. So when we primer things, we always do it twice. This is first primer. And this is like, you know, this is like our filler primer. So we don't leave it for long. We leave it for, like I say, maybe 5 or 6 days. Then we block it out. Because if you leave it too long, this stuff gets like cement. And you can't get it off. But when we go to do our final primer, after we do that, like, you know, we block this off. And then we prime again. And we go to do our final primer on vehicles. Well, then what we do is after we're done, they usually sit for a good minimum 2 weeks, if not a month. Because everything, once it's in final primer, Chris and I didn't have to get it, you know, we got to put things together on the vehicle and stuff like that. So it's a good month before we start blocking that out. You have to let primers sit because they do shrink. You got to give them time to cure. Luckily for us too, like I say, like we got all these parts here, but we've got our heaters. You know, we've always got heat on so they stay nice and warm and they dry up properly. But there's a little handy tip for you. You know, leave primer for a while. I've seen vehicles where they sand them, they prime them, and it's you know, it's not a good thing. Unless you just do maybe like a little spot like I explained, well then, you know, whoop-de-ding. But when you're doing a whole car like this, you want to be careful. But anyway, that's what's going on there. So, I see smoke. And what else we got coming in here? That's about it. I think that's it. It's a Friday. It's a Friday morning, and oh, that's all we got for you. God, I had to switch hands there. Must be getting tired during the week. Anyway, so thanks for subscribing, guys. Remember, we are on Facebook. I know you all know it, but I gotta say it because I get new subscribers every day, and people are asking me, are you anywhere else? So I just say it on the videos. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. On Instagram's hard to find. It's Rick's_OldTimeGarage. Click on there, and you can go to oldtimegarage.ca. You can buy a T-shirt or two, a deco, whatever you want. Anyway, it's always a good time at Old Time. Big thumbs up. Get out and shop. Build yourself something.